channel.
And on today's episode, we got a special guest because I got my cousin Candace and the first employee and manager at Doughboy. So without any further ado, let's get straight to the video.
Get to the video.
Great question, Candace. And the reason is because I really want to show the complete process of buying my own house, clearing it out, and really making it my second reason is because I think it's very important for underrepresented communities to really get the information and resources and see people get invested in real estate. Welcome to my 6-car garage. So if you walk over to this food truck, you'll say hello to my auntie. My mom. Hi! So welcome to my backyard. This is where, I got these 2 sheds. There's some stuff in there. It's uneven. I want to turn it into a soccer field one day, but we'll see how that happens.
And this right here is our future garden where we'll have herbs and peppers and tomatoes and all that fun stuff.
So as we enter the kitchen.
Welcome.
So, we got the tiles. I hate the tiles. The tiles. The stove, where all the good stuff happens. And yeah, it's the kitchen. So watching out for this little mini death trap ledge.
Here we are into the dining room and the living room. And we chose this beautiful color that took many trial errors. We even chose neon at one point, but here we are with this beautiful color. Look at the inside.
You look at the beautiful paintings. So now we're into the living room. So I didn't pick out all the furniture here. I do like the dining table, but my dad kind of played a part in picking the couches, so that might change a bit. But this table and the carpet is mine. Candace, if you please, I'll show you why it's my favorite. Also, so before there used to be a giant mirror over here, and the TV actually used to be over here. But I was like, that's just a bad use of space. So now we put the TV up here. And we also have this nice little fireplace that always kept me warm when I was growing up. So I'm happy, it's mine now. So this is the hallway. We're not going to go into each room now because it's a work in progress, but behind me this is a master bedroom, which will be my room eventually, but right now it's not. This room is a closet.
And this room right here is going to be the future office where all the business and deals go. And then here is the basement. And here we are in the basement. It's a work in progress. Right now we're standing in the future living room. There'll be a TV hung up big on this side. This is going to be a fancy bathroom. We're going to have a mini kitchen right there. Let's go on with this way.
One day I'm going to turn this place into a gym.
And just also working out or whatever. We're going to have, our simple
working laundry. Coin operated.
Get upstairs. And then these 2 big bedrooms that are also a work in progress. We're at the front entrance of the house. We have another closet here.
I hate this carpet. But moving up into the upstairs, this is where, for instance, I'm trying to plan out house hacking. So where I'd have rent out these 2 rooms, this room on the right was actually where I grew up. As you can see here originally, no Glee, Justin Bieber, or Suarez, because, Ghanaians, you know what we do. This is my room, bit of a mess. Let me turn on the light. Used to be a bunch of furniture in here. We won't spend too much time. But then in this other room, this is, trying to clear it out. Just switched out this carpet, brand new carpet, German fur. And then, you got yourself a little bathroom in here, the vibes, be happening here. You know what happened. Yeah, this is a spot.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
I hope y'all enjoyed the tour. Now I'm going to answer the questions about being a homeowner. So question number 1, how did it all get started? So first up, As I mentioned, this is the house that I grew up in. My parents bought this house. It took some convincing, but I ended up wanting to buy the house and, you know, have my own spot. So when I was working with the lawyers, this is the packet they gave you. There's a lot of stuff in here, and, you know, it's a bunch of paperwork, agreements, and all that. You know, there's some, and I couldn't even explain it, most of it to you, but, you know, there's some cool stuff. Like, this is the, like, the property land, you know, so it shows the exact property they have. I think the deed's in here. You know, a couple pages of this is like the payment structure. So as I said, I had to pay like, I have the $300,000 loan or whatever, $240,000 loan. So this is like a schedule of all the payments. So it's slated here to like 30 years from now, whatever that is. But yeah, man, they put it all for you in a book. So if you don't pay it, they know, because it's all written down. And we didn't end up finishing the paperwork until about end of January. So that just goes to tell you about the process of buying a house. It took they asked me for a lot of papers, and originally we had like this first day where I had to go into like one of the lawyers that were helping us with this whole process, and they found my whole life story. They asked me about all the sorts of income I have, all my employment. The guy basically knew my whole life by the end of the meeting, and from there, you know, they did a lot of processing and paperwork. Whatever people, real estate agent or firm that helps you with this process, you know, you just want to make sure they're good, credited, and vetted, because they really handle a lot of the paperwork and processing. You know, after that initial few things, the lawyers really took over. So you want to make sure you have good people helping out with the whole process. Next up, how much does it cost to buy a house? My situation was a little different because I was buying it from my parents. So a big thing that happened was that I was given a gift of equity for about $60,000, which I'm not exactly sure what it means, but basically there was, they had gifted me $60,000 of the purchase price for the house. But because it's equity of the house, it basically just subtracted from the buying purchase of the house. So I then had to take out a loan for about $240,000 because the house was about $300,000 after the appraisal. I don't know why I couldn't just buy it for $1 or whatever, but hey, that's just how the real estate world works. It was unfortunate though, because I really wanted to basically just pay my parents, but because of all the lawyer fees and all the firm brokerage, it worked out really weird, and I didn't understand. My parents got very little at the end of this whole process, but again, the biggest thing for us was that we kept the house. We didn't have to sell it to someone else. You know, my parents can always come back if they ever need to. And that was really the win here. My dad kind of planned that all out, so I'm really happy and grateful for him for, you know, having that family-oriented mindset the whole time and just being a very logical person. So shout out Pops. So what's it like being a homeowner? Expensive. With every house you buy, you have to pay a mortgage, and on top of mortgage, you have your utilities. You have to pay for the cost of repairs, and if you're buying a house in a new or renovated version, you have to pay to fix it up. The house is in pretty decent condition. We actually just got a new roof, so I don't even have to worry about that at all ever. But you know, it's the electricity bill, water bill, and the mortgage, they be adding up. You also have to worry about your property tax. Don't forget about your property taxes. One thing that I signed up for was an escrow, which is an account that handles all your taxes for you, and you still get the bill, but the escrow people handle all that for you. So I recommend it. It's very helpful for me. I don't have to, you know, worry about paying my property taxes each month. So if you're offered escrow, I recommend taking it. On my main 4 takeaways. So again, first up, get good people to help you. You want those lawyers to know what they're doing. Make sure they got their licenses, because they're really going to do a lot of the work for you. Number 2, this may seem obvious, but I recommend buying a house or owning land. You know, everyone's different. Obviously, the circumstances don't fit into everyone, but if you get into house hacking, or, you know, you're just making money off the land you make, or, you know, you control your property. Yeah, I can throw parties here, I can control this space, so that's why I recommend just being in control of your own life. 3, sign up for an escrow account so you don't have to worry about your property taxes. And don't play with your taxes, because if you don't pay them, they don't care. They will take your stuff away from you. Buy a house, fix up the empty room and rent it out to someone else. Now you're living in a place and you're paying your lifestyle. So it's pretty economical if you ask me. Haven't figured it out yet for me, but I'll let you know how it goes. Alright y'all, have some quick announcements. So for all y'all real people who've been paying attention since day one, if anyone remembers, I had a promise at on one of my first videos after I got 25 subscribers, I would interview my mom on making jollof rice or whatever we decided. And unfortunately, I have to break that promise because a few months ago she had unfortunately passed away from COVID-19. I hate breaking promises, and unfortunately there's not much I can do in this situation. It's been really tough on me, and honestly I plan on explaining this in later videos, but also that's the reason why these videos are taking a bit longer. February, March was a bit of a blur for me, and also the videos are taking a bit longer to make because I'm taking more time to come up with the idea and learn editing. We're also wrapping up season 1 soon, so there's going to be a bit of a hiatus between the seasons, but keep an eye out on that. So anyway, thank y'all for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and support the Doughclub. Thank y'all. Bow!